What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's pretty early. It's pretty early in the morning. It's like 8:30, I believe. Now it's about to be 8:46. And today we're actually going to be installing this short shifter. Let me show you guys how it looks like. Came in this. This is the STI short shifter. This is the same one that you see at, this is the same one that if you go to the BRZ catalog for Japan, this is the same exact thing. I believe they have different part numbers, but it's the same exact style. It even comes with a little grommet here where you don't have to reuse it. And it comes pre-greased. But I went ahead and bought some more grease just to add a little bit more, just in case, you know. I want those shifts to be very smooth. And even has like some wrappers in Japanese. I'm pretty sure those are like the instructions. So we're gonna be installing that. And for some reason this one comes with this little thing. I really don't know what it's for. I think it might be like the housing for the bottom part of the shifter, and maybe you grease it up, not too sure, but we'll figure that out once we take this apart. And just to show you guys the part number, in case you guys want to go to your local dealership and order it, because I know if you get it from, I know if you pre-order your car, there's an option to get this installed once it gets to a dealership. They charge you $500, which is a total ripoff. I believe this is like 400 bucks, but they always give you a discount. They gave me, I think, like a 15% discount, so I paid around $360, $390 with taxes. And this is a part number. The part number, oh, it's upside down. The part number is C1010CC000. That's why I'm making this video, help some of you guys out, save a little bit of money, because I don't know, personally I think an extra like 150 just for install is kind of rip off when this isn't that much work and you really don't need that much tools to do all this. The only scary part is maybe, you know, scratching your interior panels. But as long as you do it carefully and smart, you should be good. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. And let's just get into the video. I'm not gonna be one of those YouTubers that like prolongs the install video and shows you a lot of other stuff. But what I am gonna ask for is, please guys, it really does help the channel out a lot. If you guys just subscribe, I'm about to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm literally just like 25 subscribers away. And it would really help, just because car parts are expensive and it's hard for me to kind of like do these videos and afford rent and all this while, you know, providing some content and ordering car parts. So all I ask is just please hit that subscribe button. You don't even have to watch all my videos, just do that one little thing and it'll help the channel out a lot. But other than that, guys, let's get into the video and let me show you guys how to do it step by step. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to be doing is this little panel right here. We're going to be removing it. Okay guys, so do not use flatheads. Doesn't matter what type you use. I do not recommend them. Just because it is going to leave a little bit of a scratch. It is going to leave a little bit of a scratch right there. Try using a flathead, but honestly I do not recommend it. So just go buy some panel removal tools. It'll make it a lot easier. Step one is just put the panel removal tool right here, and then you're just gonna prop it up and just kind of like go like that. It might be a little bit stiff at first, since obviously it's a brand new car. And then you're just gonna use your hands to like pop it upwards. Then you're just gonna get under it and pop it out like that. And there we go. Cool, and just like that. As you can see, it kind of did scratch it a little bit from using the flathead. So honestly, do not recommend using a flathead. Just use the panel removal tools. Buy them. You can buy them on Wish for $1 or go to your auto parts store and buy them for like $5-6. And the reason we gotta remove this is because there's gonna be 2 screws right there. One on each side. We're gonna be removing both of these on each side. And then we got this one right here. There we go. So now we got both of these out on each side, so we don't have to worry about that. We're gonna move on to the next thing. Step 2 is gonna be removing the shift knob. It actually feels a lot heavier than the first generation. It's pretty cool. It feels weighted. Alright, and then the next thing we're gonna be doing is removing the e-brake boot. As you can see, it's like loose right here, so you're just gonna put your fingers and you're just gonna pry it upwards like that. And you can also pry it from down here like that. And it's loose. And then all you're gonna do is, there you go. Step 4 is gonna be removing this little trim piece. You know, it always threw me off that the silver always just connects like this. It goes through there, but for some reason it doesn't connect over here. Not sure why that design was like that, but whatever. So now we're just gonna pry this open. You can just use your hands like that. There we go. And that's the reason we took off the little screws, is because it was gonna hold it in place. Step 5 is gonna be removing this. You're just gonna pry it open just by like using a lot of force. There we go. So you just lever it through. It's not like the old one where I believe you would have to take out the locking thing. Now we get to the main event. We're gonna have to take these out. So grab your gloves, and we're gonna be removing these little white tabs. They're pretty loose, so you don't even have to use a flathead. Just kind of grab them with your hands. There we go. That's the second one. There's 2 more bolts right here we're gonna be loosening up. We're gonna take both of these bolts out just so we could take these plastic parts out. We're gonna take this one out first. Now that we got those removed, there's these 2 little pins that we're just gonna push upwards, just because it sets it in place. And there we go. And then now there's gonna be 2 more bolts down there, one right there, and one on the other side. It's gonna be a little bit hard to see, but let me see if I can show you guys. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right there. So instead of taking this whole panel apart, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use one of the screwdrivers and just loosen it on both sides. It looks like you could get it through here. That's gonna be a lazy way, but if you guys wanna remove that whole thing, go for it. I just wanted a little bit faster way of doing it. That's one of them. And that's the second one. Be careful with this one, since it is a tighter squeeze. It might drop. Now that that's out, you just pry it out. And same thing goes on the other side. Now that they're both pried out, you're just gonna pull from this corner, and there's like a little clip right there that clips on so it can hold both of them in place. Just gonna put that up there. And this one, you really don't have to move it all crazy. There is some wires connected to it. So let's move on to taking out the sponge, boot thing, whatever you want to call it. There we go. We got that out of the way. Now we're gonna take all 4 bolts off, and it's gonna be a size 12 millimeter. So I'm gonna take all 4 of them out. There's one right here, one right there, and 2 up in the front, right here and right there. So I'm gonna take those out. So now we got all 4 bolts loose, or well, taken out of. We're gonna store those over here. Now we got this bracket loose, but we're also gonna take these bolts out right there. We're also gonna be taking these bolts off with this plate. So there's 3 of them, 1 in the bottom and 2 on top. These are gonna be a size 10 millimeter. So we're gonna take all the bolts off. And these feel lubricated. Those feel lubricated, that's why I recommend using gloves. Then I'm gonna put this bracket aside. And now we just gotta remove this part. It is connected right there with some wiring. He's gonna have to pry that out. Just use like a flathead or something. Recommend doing is just going in here with the big flathead and just twisting it. There we go. It came off. Now there's nothing holding it, and there you go. So it's this little metal thing that's gonna be hitting right here, but if you pry it this way, you'll be good. All that's left is just another little rubber thing. Now all that's left is just this little rubber thing. What do you guys think? You think I should run the car like this? Actually looks pretty badass. Let me see. It's basically a race car right there. That's so cool. And now I see the little rubber grommet thing where it's supposed to go, and good thing we got a new one. Even though we could reuse this one in case yours didn't come with it, since it is a brand new car. But I'm gonna go ahead and still use a new one just in case. Alright guys, my camera isn't really focusing, but I removed the little boot forward, and then there's like this little plier that you're gonna have to like, there's this little like safety clip that you're gonna have to remove. So you are gonna need a special tool. You're gonna need this to get these little rings. There's only 1 of them. I'm pretty sure you could go without using this if you use 2 little, like, I don't know, metal needles that could fit into the hole. You can just buy this on Amazon or like your local automotive store for like maybe like $7-10 bucks. Alright guys, so this was a pain in the butt to take off. It's so tight on there. My friend Rodolfo, aka Stan Culture, shout out to him. He was actually able to get it off. I've been trying for like a cool minute, and it just wouldn't. The little pliers that we got, these kind of suck because the thing keeps on like shooting out, and it's flimsy. You need to get the one where it's like one whole solid piece. So I recommend going with that one. And it came off. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but it popped out. Right here's the little thing. You pop it out this way because this shifts that way, like that. And then you're gonna just pop it out, and it's just very lubricated. And that's how it looks like. So let's compare them right now, just so I can show you guys the difference. So this is an old one.
and this is a new one. They really do not look much different. The only thing you could tell is the only big difference that you could tell would be this. As you can see, this one is propped up all the way and there's not much of a length right there. This one, there's a little bit more material. There's a little bit more material where it's pushed down, and that's pretty much how it works. You're pretty much using like less strength. You're pretty much using like less motion because the thing's longer. That's how a short shifter works, plain and simple. Black grommet is installed now. All we have to do now is lubricate this a little bit more, and then we're gonna put it in there and slide it in. We're gonna slide it in there with this part. With this part that's more longer, we're gonna slide it in like that so it could grab on like that. And just push it in. And there we go. Okay. Now just adjust it. As you can see, now it's popping out, and now we just have to put the little safety pin with the washer. So we're gonna put the washer first. Then we're gonna put the safety pin. So we put the thing back on. The little clip was such a pain in the butt to install, and we put everything, and now it shifts smoothly.
YouTube certified.
YouTube certified. Luis and Rodolfo came through. Now I just put everything back together. Alright guys, so everything's put back together. Only thing that is bothering me is, look, it is moving a lot. I'm not sure why. If anybody knows, please comment down below. I did have some issues trying to connect it and make sure it was in every gear, but I drove it already and everything's shifting a lot smoother. It's a lot shorter too, every single gear, but for some reason it moves around a lot. Kind of weird. Just comment down below, let me know if it's my bushings, or maybe I have to go back and look at my clip just to see if it's like moving too hard. But I'm probably gonna open it up and double check everything. But honestly, it's driving really smooth. So I'll show you guys a couple pulls. Way of messing with your shifter with Bay Area traffic.